samsaradava nananidaloka tranaya karunya ghana ghanatvam praptasya kalyana gunarnavasya vande guru shri charanarvindam Mahaprabho kirtana nitya gita Varitramadyan manasurasena Romanchakam pashutaranga bhajo Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam Shri Vigrahara Dhana Nityanana Shingaratan Mandira Marjanado Yuktasya Bhaktam Shaniyunjatopi Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam Chaturvidha Shri Bhagavat Prasado Swadanatriptan Hari Bhakta Sangan Kritvaiva triptim bhajata sadaiva Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam Shri Radhika Madhavayorapara Madhurya Leela Guna Rupanamna Pratikshana Swadana Lolupasya Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam Nikunjayo no ratikeli siddhai Yayale veryuktira pekshaniya Tatrati daksharati vallabhasya Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam Sakshat Haritvena Samasta Shastre Ruktastada Bhavyata Eva Shabdi Kintu Prabhorya Priya Eva Tasya Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam Yasya prasadat bhagavat prasado यस्य प्रसादान् न गति कुतोऽपि ध्यायन् स्तुवंस्तस्य यशस्त्रीसन्ध्यां वन्दे गुरो श्री चरणारविन्दम् 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 नमः ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमः। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासरि गौर भक्तवृंद। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासरि गौर भक्तवृंद। Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Madan Mohan Radha Madan Mohan Radhe. Jaya Jagannatha Jagannatha Baladeva Jaya Subhadramai. Jaya Gauranitai 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 Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Nitya Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitya Gaur Hari Bol. जय विष्णुपाद परम स्वर्गाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शतश्री श्रीमद डिवाइन ग्रेस ऐसी भक्तिदान स्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद की ISKCON BBT फाउंडर आचार्य श्री प्रभुपाद की जय विष्णुपाद परम स्वर्गाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शतश्री श्रीमद डिवाइन ग्रेस भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी महाराज श्री प्रभुपाद की गौर किशोर दास बाबू जी महाराज की भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की जगन्नाथ दास बाबू जी महाराज की अनंत कोटि की वैष्णव वृंद की नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से गो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की व्रजभूमि श्री वृंदावन धाम की मायापुर नवदीप धाम की पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की गंगामय यमुना माई की भक्ति देवी तुलसी महारानी की Samet Gaura Bhakta Vandaki. All glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, All glories to assembled devotees. All glories, all glories, all glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga.
Narasimhaya Namaste Narasimhaya Praladadayine Hiranyakasipurvakshaha Silatankanakalaye Ito Narsimha Parato Narsimha Yeto yeto yami tato Narsimha Baye Narsimha Hrudaye Narsimha Narasimhamadim Sharanam Prapade Sharanam Prapade Tava Karakamalavare Nakham Adbhuta Shringam Dalita Hiranyakasipu Tanubhringam Keshavadrita Narhari Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Kamalavare Naka Adbhuta Singha Dalita Hiranyakasipu Tanubhringa Vishwamadrita Narahari Rupa Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Narsimhadev 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 Jaya Narsimhadev Mahadev Narsimhadev Narsimhadev Jaya Narsimhadev Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj सर्व भक्ति विघ्न विनाशक श्री नरसिंह भगवान की जय भक्तराज श्री प्रहलाद महाराज की जय
For the pleasure of their Lordship, Shri Shri Radha Madan Mohan, Shri Shri Jagannath Baldev Subhadramai, Shri Shri Gaur Nitai, Srila Prabhupada and all the assembled Vaishnavas. Yesterday's Srila Prabhupada book distribution score is as follows. Books distributed by the matchless gift stall devotees: 46 Mahabig books, 1 big book, 11 medium books, 32 small books. Total number of books distributed 90. Srila Prabhupada Transcendental Book Distribution की जय. जय श्री श्री राधा मदन मोहन, श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रमाई, श्री श्री गौर निताय की जय. Hare Krishna. Today is 15th August, Tuesday. Today, two devotees two brahmacharis are have shaven their head, taking white from yellow to white. We have His Grace Smita Chaitan Prabhu. They can please get up. And Vinay Prabhu. Vinay Prabhu is here. So, His Grace Smita Chaitan Prabhu and Vinay Prabhu have been serving in the Brahmachari Ashram from last 5 years. Smita Chaitan Prabhu especially has been rendering service in Prabhupada quarters. Lot of renovation has happened, and also in festival decoration, and also assisting His Grace Anandmay Prabhu in BPT, and also in sound system in the temple and festivals. And also he comes to Bahadurpalli and Medchal Voices as caretaker. And then Vinay Prabhu has been assisting His Grace Jagadish Hari Prabhu in IIT as caretaker. And also he takes care of accounts and cleanliness department in the ashram. And also he has been taking care of Vedic lifestyle course devotees.
Hare Krishna. So, what is the meaning of shaving the head and taking white and proceeding in spiritual life? It is one step forward. Today is also the Independence Day. Srila Prabhupada gave a lecture which became very popular in those days. It's called as Become Independent by Declaring Your Dependence on Krishna. That was the title. You can find out from Prabhupada's lectures. Become independent by declaring your dependence on Krishna. So in that lecture, Prabhupada says, in this world, nobody is independent. Even you will see a law-abiding citizen. He has to follow the traffic laws. In India, he has to keep the car to the left. America, he has to keep the car to the right. And he has to deal with other citizens respectfully. If he is going to, in the name of being a free citizen, if he misuses his independence, he will be put behind the bars, he says. And those who are inside the jail, they also have the jail laws to follow. In this way, Prabhupada says in the lecture that either way you have to follow the governmental laws. Similarly, out of the two, being in the spiritual world and following the laws of the spiritual world, and being in the material world and being kicked by Maya's laws, out of the two, being in spiritual world is a joyful one, Prabhupada says. Why? Because he says, spiritual world, the only law is love. The only prohibition is envy. So those who love the Lord and are free from envy, they are fit to live in the spiritual world. So these two devotees have been very dedicated devotees. The very fact that they are shaving up and proceeding is an indication that their conviction in spiritual life has developed. In fact, Vinay Prabhu has been serving Bharata Krishna Prabhu, cooking prasad for him in those days. That's how he began his ashram life. Subsequently, now when he got this knee accident, and now he has started slowly moving now, but this did not deter his spiritual life, even a bit. Although he is little bit straining to walk, but in spiritual life he is walking very boldly. And also, Smita Chaitanya Prabhu not only has been himself in a very dedicated manner serving Srila Prabhupada, decorating his altar and decorating his room, but he has involved 24 other devotees also in the services. Many Prabhujis, Matajis, boys, they come and tell me that we got a lot of service from Prabhuji for Prabhupada. Those who can spend money, they are giving charity for Prabhupada's service. Those who can come and do service. The girls' voice, the whole group did Prabhupada's room decoration during festival days. So they are progressing in spiritual life, and they are also engaging many others in Krishna consciousness, which is the purpose for which they both are joining the temple full time as seriously practicing devotees. I request everybody assembled here that you pray for them, that they march ahead in the spiritual life very nicely. The same way they are enthusiastic now, till the last breath they continue with the same vigor and enthusiasm in spiritual life by chanting Hare Krishna mantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama.
Today morning, Srimad Bhagavatam class will be given by His Grace Radhe Shyam Prabhu. Guru Puja Kirtan led by His Grace Lokeshwar Govind Prabhu. Sandhya Kirtan led by His Grace Vishwa Kirti Prabhu. Tomorrow's Mangal Kirtan will led by His Grace Vaishnav Sharan Prabhu. Now Tulsi Kirtan will led by His Grace Smita Chaitanya Prabhu. Vrindai Tulsi Devyai Priyai Keshavasya Vishnu Bhakti Pradadevi Satyavate Namo Namaha. Vrindai Tulsi Devyai Priyai Keshavasya Vishnu Bhakti Pradadevi Satyavate Namo Namaha. Vrindai Tulsi Devyai Priyai Keshavasya Vishnu Bhakti Pradadevi Satyavate Namo Namaha. Vrindadevi Tulsi Maharani ki.
Namo Namaha Tulasi Krishna Preyasi Namo Namaha Radha Krishna Seva Pavo Eya Vilashi Je Tumhara Sharan Loy Tara Vancha Purna Hoy Kripa Kori Koro Tare Vrindavanavasi Moraeya Vilas Vilas Kunje Diyova Nayane Hribo Sada Yughala Ruparasi Nivedanadaro Sakiranugata Karo Sevadikaro diye Karo nijadasi Dina Krishna dase ko ye namora hoy Sri Radha Govinda Preme Sadayana Basi. Yani kani cha papani Brahma hatyadidani cha Tani tani pranashanti Pradakshina pade pade. Yani kani cha papani Brahma hatyadidani cha Tani tani pranashanti Pradakshina pade pade. Yani kani cha papani Brahma hatyaditani cha Tani tani pranashanti Pradakshina pade pade. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Vrinde Devi, Jaya Vrinde Devi, Vrinde Devi, Jaya Vrinde Devi. जय तुलसी महारानी जय तुलसी महारानी, तुलसी महारानी जय तुलसी महारानी। वृंदाय तुलसीदेव्याय प्रियाय केशवस्य च विष्णुभक्ति प्रतिदेवी सत्यवते नमो नमः। वृंदाय तुलसीदेव्याय प्रियाय केशवस्य च विष्णुभक्ति प्रतिदेवी सत्यवते नमो नमः। वृंदाय तुलसीदेव्याय प्रियाय केशवस्य च विष्णुभक्ति प्रतिदेवी सत्यवते नमो नमः। वृंद देवी तुलसी महारानी की जय।
श्री श्री चैतन्य शिक्षा अष्टकम। चेतो दर्पणमार्जनं भवमहादावाग्निर्वापनं श्रेयस्कैरव चन्द्रिका वितरणं विद्यावधूजीवनम् आनन्दाम्बुधिवर्धनं प्रतिपदां पूर्णामृतास्वादनं सर्वात्मास्नपनं परं विजयते श्रीकृष्णसङ्कीर्तनं नामकारी बहुधा निज सर्वशक्ति तत्रार्पिता नियमितः स्मरणेन कालः एतादृशी तव कृपा भगवन् ममापि दुर्दैवमीदृशमिह जनिनानुरागः तृणादपि सुनीचेन तरोरिव सहिष्णुना अमानिना मानदेन कीर्तनीया सदा हरि न धनं न जनं न सुन्दरीं कविता वा जगदीशकामये मम जन्मनि जन्मनि ईश्वरे भवताद्भक्तिरहैतुकी त्वयि अयि नन्दा तनुजा किं करं पतितां मां विषमे भवाम्बुधो कृपया तव पादपङ्कजा स्थिता धूलिसदृशं विचिन्ताय नयनं गलधश्रुधारयात् वदनं गद्गद हृदया गिरा पुलकैर्निचितं वपु कदा तव नाम ग्रहणे भविष्यति योगायितं निमेषेण चक्षुषा प्रावृषायितं शून्यायितं जगत्सर्वं गोविन्दाविरहेण मे आश्लिष्य वा पादरतां पिनष्टु माम् अदर्शनात् मर्महर्तां करोतु वाम् यथा तथा वा विदधातु लम्पटो मत्प्राणनाथस्तु स एव नापरः हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Shri Shri Chaitanya Shikshashtakam ki jai. The 10 offenses to be avoided while chanting the holy names of the Lord are as follows. First, to blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their lives for the propagating the glories of the holy names of the Lord. Second, to consider the names of demigods like Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma to be equal to or independent of the names of Lord Vishnu. Please repeat with me, recite with me. To disobey. Third, to disobey the orders of spiritual master. Fourth, to blaspheme the Vedic literatures or literatures in the portions of Vedic version. Fifth, to consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be an imagination. Sixth, to give some mundane interpretations to the holy names of the Lord. Seventh, to commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy names of the Lord. Eighth, to consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities offered in the Vedas as spiritual activities, karma kind. Ninth, to instruct the faithless person about the glories of the holy names. And 10th, to not have complete faith in the chanting of the holy names and to maintain material attachments even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be a Vaishnava must carefully guard against all these offenses in order to quickly achieve desired success. Krishna Prem.
Hare Krishna. When Srila Prabhupada went to America, one of the very early day lectures he spoke on the holy name. He says, everybody in this world is trying to gratify their senses. And when they are frustrated in their attempts to gratify the senses, they speculate with their mind, why I cannot enjoy? What stops me from enjoying unlimitedly? And still they are not able to find answers by their speculation, although they are asking hundreds and thousands of questions. And then they utilize their intelligence to search after the absolute truth from whom everything emanates. Then they come to the point of understanding the super soul. That is how the meditation on the super soul starts subsequently. In this way, the senses, the mind, the intelligence, as one goes higher and higher, one will gradually arrive at the absolute truth. But one who has received the chanting of the holy name is very fortunate, because the chanting of the holy name of Hare Krishna Mahamantra is on a transcendental platform or a spiritual platform beyond the sensual, mental and intellectual platforms. And one who utters this mantra is immediately uplifted to the spiritual plane, where one can receive the reciprocation from the Lord and very easily purify one's mind and focus one's intelligence on the Supreme and experience the life of everlasting bliss. Therefore, in the Vedic times, the kings would send their sons to the forest so that they can withdraw their senses and mind from the material clutter and utilize their intelligence to focus on the Shastric study and also on the Lord in the heart. And by such one-point fixity, when their intelligence becomes focused on Supreme, for them everything revolves around the Supreme Lord. What is the Lord's name? How does He look like? What weapons He uses? And what is His mission in this world? What pleases Him? What displeases Him? Everything revolves around Him. That's called as Vyavasayatmika Buddhir Ekeha Kurunandana. On the other hand, if a king's son, as a prince, is living in the country, his mind will be chasing after different varieties of sense gratification, which will make his mind multi-branched. So all of us in Kali Yuga have multi-branched intelligence offering us innumerable opportunities for sense gratification, and that is how our energy is misspent. The energy of the senses and the mind and the intelligence is misspent and uselessly wasted. But Srila Prabhupada has given us the Mahamantra, by chanting which we can withdraw the senses and mind and intelligence from wrong, useless, pain-producing engagements and learn to focus on Supreme Lord Krishna in a one-pointed way. And that is the purpose of chanting the holy name daily. And by making that effort to chant, you get the ultimate independence, for which Prabhupada used the word fountainhead of all liberties, he said. He said living on earth is full of miseries, like threefold miseries. Living in heaven is a little more freedom. Going to Brahmajyoti is even more freedom. But entering spiritual world and meeting the Lord face to face and engaging in His eternal service is the fountainhead of all freedom, fountainhead of all liberties. And that is the gift the holy name can bestow upon us, provided we take to the chanting process of the holy name, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Every moment during chanting, we should be making an effort to withdraw the mind from the external world and focus on things related to Krishna, and especially the hearing of the holy name. And whatever will help us to hear the holy name, like there are Vaishnava songs, there are shlokas. And we recite these shlokas and songs so that our mind gets fixed in samadhi and the chanting of the holy name. Harinam Prabhu ki.
Let's offer our humble obeisances unto all Vaishnava deities of the Lord, who are just like desireful flint trees, ocean of mercy and full of compassion for all fallen conditioned souls. Vancha kalpataru bhaishya kripa sindhu bhevacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta koti Vaishnavrinda ki, Namacharya Shri Haridas Thakur ki, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.